Last time we spoke about vitamin A. Today we shall see what is this vitamin D. First of all, vitamin D is also called as cholecalciferol, and it occurs in fish liver and also produced in the human skin by ultraviolet light. The inactive natural precursor of vitamin D are the provitamins. There are essentially two types of provitamins of vitamin D in nature. The first one being Argosterol, the provitamin D2 found in specifically plants. For example, it is found mushrooms are rich in this provitamin D2, that is Argosterol. This is the chemical structure of Argosterol. This slide properly depicts how Argosterol looks like. Now, as we know that Argosterol is a provitamin. Now, we need to convert this provitamin into vitamin D2. So, for that, for the transformation from an inactive provitamin to the active vitamin is accomplished by the ultraviolet rays. So, this is the reaction by which ultraviolet rays act on the Argosterol, that is a provitamin which is in an inactive form, and then it gets converted to vitamin D2. The photochemical activation, that is photolysis, results only in the intramolecular rearrangement. So there is just intramolecular rearrangement and nothing more than that in order to form the vitamin D2, which is the final product. The second provitamin of vitamin D is 7-dehydrocholesterol. So this dehydrocholesterol is mainly found in the skin. This is the chemical structure of 7-dehydrocholesterol. This slide properly depicts how the 7-dehydrocholesterol looks like chemically. And for this also, which as we all know that 7-dehydrocholesterol is a provitamin, this is also in an inactive form. So this also has to be activated, and this has been accomplished by the ultraviolet rays. So ultraviolet rays are responsible for conversion of 7-dehydrocholesterol to vitamin D3, and in this photolysis or in this particular reaction also there is only intramolecular rearrangement. As we can see properly over here, there is just intramolecular rearrangement and nothing more than that. This is another picture showing how the effect of sunlight is involved in the conversion of an inactive provitamin, that is 7-dehydrocholesterol, into an active form of vitamin, that is vitamin D3. Moving on to the sources, mainly the dietary sources of this vitamin D. Fish liver oil is the richest source of vitamin D. Egg yolk, margarine, lard also contains considerable amount of vitamin D. Some quantity is also present in butter, cheese, etc. Argosterol is widely distributed in plants, as already mentioned earlier in our previous slides. It is not well absorbed, hence is not of nutritional importance. Therefore, we will be focusing mainly on the calciferol, that is obtained from a precursor of 7 dehydrocholesterol. That is vitamin D3. Will be focusing on vitamin D3. Why? Because it is readily absorbed. So calciferol is readily absorbed. 7 dehydrocholesterol is formed from cholesterol in the intestinal mucosa and principally liver, passed on to the skin where it undergoes activation to vitamin D3 by the action of UV rays or the sunlight, or the UV rays from the sunlight. So this calciferol is of more importance to us because it is easily absorbed, but ergosterol is not that much easily absorbed. And this a provitamin which is inactive, that is 7 dehydrocholesterol, is formed from the cholesterol in the intestinal mucosa and then passed on to the skin for it to get activated to the active form, which is vitamin D3, and the reaction is proceeded with the help of UV light or UV rays from the sun. The daily requirement is about 100 IU, international unit, or 2.5 micrograms of vitamin D3 in an adult man. Pregnant and lactating mother as well as infants and children require about 220 IU of vitamin D per day. Vitamin is easily supplied by cutaneous synthesis in sunlight in tropical countries. That is the one reaction which we have seen earlier, that is conversion of a provitamin to an active form of vitamin with the help of UV rays. Moving on to the absorption and transport of vitamin D. Like most other fat soluble vitamins, bile salts help in absorption of vitamin D from the duodenum and jejunum. After absorption, it is carried in chylomicron droplets of the lymph in combination with serum globulin in the blood plasma. So this is how, with the help of chylomicron droplets of the lymph, the transport of vitamin D takes place. In our next class, we shall look at the various functions of vitamin D. For now, we will focus only on the absorption, transport and the basic structure and how vitamin D is obtained from a precursor or from a provitamin. That's it for today. Thank you very much.